Count yourself lucky because I only have like 6 minutes before I have to take off for my day job, but I want to talk bows before I have to count heads of lettuce and garlic bulbs. You can steam bend Osage. You know, it's not either or. Strictly dry heat or steam bending. Some people will tell you on the forums, which I don't go to because I don't like getting into arguments, don't steam Osage. Or don't steam Osage that's from a tree that was more than 2 years old. But, you know, in the case of these recurves, I just felt more comfortable boiling the tip, getting that first bend in there, because I've got kind of a two-stage bending form with two places for clamps. Getting that first bend in, then putting it over my steam pot, in the clamp, in the form, and then finishing it up. No checking, no problems, no cracks in the belly, just a beautiful job. Next up, there really isn't a next up. Aside from now that I've got it, I have to make sure that the recurves are aligned because I want it to look nice on the string. But, another question. I put a bend, or I took a bend out with heat. If I put heat back on it, will it go back to its original form? Not so much. You need to be aware of that, but don't make that a fear that keeps you from doing it. I need to probably, I don't know, it looks pretty straight to me. But if I had to like take it and twist it to get it aligned, I wouldn't be afeared of not having it on a form when I say blast this area. You can see there's still a little thing here. Over my chimenea, getting it hot. I would typically have a Jorgensen clamp like this, and then one right here, so I could leverage a bend. And when I'm doing that, I could certainly put a upward force on the jorgie to keep that bend in place, but that's not much of a concern. At this point, I want to round the back. I do. Not all the way, kind of trapping it, trapezoidal, that's what you call when you bevel it here. You might think, well, if I'm working on the back here, I'm going to like go through growth rings. Well, yeah, parallel. The nice thing is I can reduce weight on this and make it look nicer, maybe make it more efficient by crowning the back a bit. But the deal is, when I reduce the edges, I'm reducing the amount of tension that they are dealing with. So every time I lower it, it's putting more stress on that constant growth ring and removing it from the areas which I'm cutting parallel to the length, which in itself is okay. But just saying. Plus I'm sinew backing it, so that's going to take the pressure off. Plus, it's relatively wide for an Osage bow. 55 pounds. I can play around with it. I could trap the back, kind of rounding the edges there, and still be fine with a 55-pound Osage bow of that width. It's not, pushing the limits of it. But anyway, it's time to prepare to go off to my day job. That is all.